Hey guys, just want to put out another video about something that's on my mind, and I must be going for a record here because I already put out 2 videos this morning, and you know, this is now on my mind, and I think I'm going to put this one out today as well. So we're going for a record here, but you know, I needed to run to Costco, and it's about a 20-minute drive, so I thought, you know what, use this time and share some thoughts. So this morning I was on social media, and I was reading some comments, and I am just amazed that there are still so many people with their head in the sand. You know, so many people just oblivious to what's going on in the world. I know people that know about the war in Europe, but they're not following it. They don't know too much about it, and they have no idea that we're on the cusp of World War III. Okay, and if you're not aware of that, or if you think, no, that's not true, you need to take a minute and do your own research and jump on social media, go on YouTube, and look at all the independent folks that are out there with information from all around the world that they're sharing. And you will quickly realize that we are, in fact, very close to World War III. Do I think it's going to happen? I hope not. But there's never been a time where there was more of a possibility, I'll tell you that. So there's that. There's the people just walking around with their head buried in the sand. And I saw another comment today. A lady brought up the idea that, you know, I hear that there's going to, you know, some food shortages, so I'm going out to buy wheat and sunflower oil and eggs. Do you think I should pick up anything else? And my comment to her was, yes. and someone else commented and says, well, you know, what else should I be picking up right now? And my comment to that was, everything. And here's why. And so I go and I start sharing with them my thoughts that I already shared here just recently in another video, and if you know, I'll try to put a link to that video in the card above, just so you can go check it out. But basically the video talked about everything that is going to be affected when we start getting low on wheat. And so that's what I was sharing on social media today. It's like, yeah, you know, you got to think beyond just wheat or beyond just eggs. Start thinking about everything that is made with that wheat and everything that is made with eggs. That's going to be affected too. If the ingredients aren't there, manufacturers can't produce other food products, right? And when all these other food products aren't available, what are you and I going to eat? Well, we're going to start shopping and buying still other items, and we're going to stock up more on other canned goods or other boxed items or other vegetables, and that's going to create an additional shortage in those areas as well. So my advice to this lady and in this chat group, anyone else that reads it, is that what you should be stocking up on right now is everything that you might need, everything that you can afford. Stock up. But the part that just probably irritates me the most, and that I'm just most amazed over, is just how many people scoff at the idea, and how many people just, you know, they just don't get it. You know, they're not awake. I'm not woke, but I'm awake. And, you know, I'm paying attention to what's going on around me. And, you know, I'm connecting the dots. You know, that's what you got to do. That's what it's about, being a prepper. You know, you got to look to the future a little bit, and you got to start connecting the dots. Look at all the things, all these puzzle pieces, and start putting it together so you get a picture of what the potential is. Somebody else commented, yeah, I haven't seen any food shortages, and it's all talk, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And my response to that is, okay, yeah, I can go to the grocery store right now. I'm, in fact, going to Costco right now, and I'm going to buy probably what's on my list because it's going to be available, and that's all fine and good. But that doesn't mean it's going to be there 6 months from now. And, you know, the the shortages that we're talking about are going to unfold more so in the fall, in the winter, next winter, and throughout next year because of the wheat. Because of the wheat that's not getting planted right now. Because of the fertilizer that's not available for planting all the crops right now. So all these things that are going to compound into this fall's harvest, which is all this food will get processed through the winter. So by next year, that's when we're going to start really seeing shortages. And we're already in this terrible inflation where everything is just skyrocketing. What's it going to be next spring when there's true shortages? And how much are you going to pay for what it is that you're able to find, if you're able to find anything? And so, as much as possible, I try to share some of these thoughts on social media and try to give people a little guidance and get them to open their eyes a little bit and wake up. Because it's just amazing to me that people are just, they're more concerned about, their day-to-day business, their day-to-day lives, their social life, and what are they going to do this weekend. And by all means, I still go out and have a good time, and I still live my life. So and I mentioned that in another video this morning. Don't live your life in fear. Continue living your life by all means, but don't dismiss and discard everything that's going on, because our world is going to change. And here's another thought too I want to throw out there real quick. And I should have done some more research before bringing this up, but I'll just throw it out here in this video. And that is, if you go back and look at some of the preppers that have been around a while on YouTube, and you start looking at some of their older videos, there's a lot of videos for years now that people have been putting out talking about food shortages, food crisis, we're running out of food, stock up now. And these are videos from 10 years ago, 6, 8 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, pre-pandemic. People talking about, oh, go out and buy food, and they all have various reasons for it. A lot of it was economy driven, and a lot of it was weather driven because of droughts and flooding and concerns about crops being affected. And I even talked about it a little bit last summer, because I thought we'd see a little more effect on some of our fresh vegetable crops from all the drought that was going on last summer, and it just didn't materialize last fall, and I'm thankful for that. But you start looking at all these older videos of people talking about it, and unfortunately people are going to get kind of numb to it, and they're going to think, they're just crying wolf again. People out there talking about food shortages, and they're going to dismiss it, and that's going to be to their detriment, right? Because one of these times, these warnings that have been put out there for years, they're going to come about. And I honestly think that we are at that point now. I think we've reached that point. And I think most of you probably agree with me. Let me know in the comments, please. Let me know what you think. But I think we've reached that point, because every day it's almost every day it's something new, right? With everything that we're facing. And so it's just a matter of time before food is next. And there was a quote, of course, I can't remember who quoted it, who said it long ago. Please, if you know this one, throw it out there. I'll research it later maybe. But there is a quote that says, those who control the food controls the world, right? I mean, if you can control the food supply, you can control the people, which is absolutely true. With the exception of, farmers and homesteaders and people who live off-grid, who know how to hunt and fish, and who have, gardens and things of that nature. But I think all of those folks are going to be sitting just fine. But anyway, this isn't meant to be another session for Richard rambling as he gets to Costco. But I just wanted to share, again, I feel like I'm beating that dead horse, and you'll probably hear me talk about it some more, but I keep seeing these comments, and I hope people wake up. I really do. And I'm doing my best to do my part in bringing this to their attention and get people to wake up and take a look around. And I hope you can do your part, but again, like another video I'll release today, you got to be real careful, okay? Be cautious. Don't tell people about your preps. Don't let people know you're prepping. And I'll probably link to that up here in the card too. That's a prepper's biggest threat is openly talking about your preps. So you got to be a little incognito about it. But what you can do is share this video, and maybe it'll catch on. But hey, be safe out there, right? Stay strapped. Buy food. Buy lots of food. And just keep hoping and praying for a better future, right? Appreciate you watching.